About to try something crazy. Gonna wait for more people to get in here. Might take a few minutes. Hey, what's going on? I'm about to try something pretty crazy. So, I'm just gonna start because I've been waiting for people to come in, but we had I bought some gummy worms, and I was supposed to do a gummy worm bass fishing challenge for my Patreon, but I don't have any Patreon members, so I'm going to just do a gummy worm fishing challenge. But the problem with my gummy worms is they all melted, so I'm gonna remelt them, and I'm gonna shoot them in my mold, and I'm gonna make a gummy worm fluke. I'm gonna fish that fluke tomorrow and catch some bass on it. I'm not sure if this gummy worm melts down, but I'm about to check it out. So this is what it looks like. I mean, it melted down in the package. So, I already went over with the group, and they said it wasn't cheating. So I'm gonna melt it down and then shoot it in the mold. Because my next order is all swim bait, so I got time to clean that mold out. So I'm not sure how much gummy worm we need to put in there. This is gonna be a little crazy. I'll just put a good chunk in there and we'll call it good. So it's got green in there, and it's got green in there, and a little bit of red in there. I mean, I said to myself, I'll just go to the dollar store and buy another one for $1, but why not make a bait out of it? Why not? I mean, it could go wrong, but we're about to see. Got my gloves. I'd leave my door open. I got my fan going, so I don't know if you can hear me pretty good. Got it on low. It's hot as shit in here. It's about 95 degrees. But I don't want to keep the garage door open because, damn, we've got raccoons. So, Oh wow, it melted pretty quick. It's like bubbling pretty good. I'm gonna put my gloves on real quick. I didn't expect it to melt that quick. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna shoot like that. I'll have to check it out. As long as I can get good pressure on it, we'll shoot it. Yeah, it won't even push. That's yeah, I thought it was gonna work, but I can't get the injector to move. I don't think it's gonna come out. Yeah, see, it cured too fast. That's the problem. It was pretty hot. Yeah, I might have to like pour it in the mold and then shut the mold. I might have to do it by hand. Yeah, it dried up. It dried pretty quick. So what happened was I couldn't get the mold. I couldn't get the mold to move to adjust how far it was. It dried up so quick. Ooh, that's still hot. I'm gonna try it again. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna I gotta think how I'm gonna do this. Yeah, it came out easy. That's good. What I might do is I'm gonna take the mold in half like this. I'm gonna pour it in each side, and then I'm gonna close it real quick by hand and see if I can do it like that. I'm not gonna remelt that chunk because that chunk kind of got a little dark. Man, look at that. The gummy worm is gonna be a pain in the ass to clean. All right, we're gonna do it though. We're gonna get it. I'm gonna pour it in the mold by hand and then shut it by hand, and we're gonna see if it works. I don't think I'm gonna able to get enough to make more than probably 2. I'm gonna use some of this stuff I just melted too. Oh shit. Yeah, it's sticky. And that stuff melted so damn quick in the microwave. It was like 30 something seconds. I'm not gonna use the injector because it's gonna clog it up. Yeah, you can mix it with the soft plastic, probably go pretty well, but the contest says only use gummy worms, so I'm gonna use just gummy worms. And they're the ones that told me to try it. They said, "Oh, use your molds." So we'll see. Oh yeah. Put some on there. Ooh, that's hot. Oh yeah. Everyone's gonna be pissed off they missed this one. At least you got to see this one. This is making a mess. It's stuck all over my gloves. I gotta get my gloves off. I'll be getting a brand new pair of gloves tomorrow. Alright, I'm gonna try to... Ooh, that's hot. I'm gonna try to put the molds together real quick. So I got it in the mold. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clamp it real tight. And then I'm going to put the whole mold in the microwave. See if I can clamp it all in there. Now I'm going to put the mold in the microwave real quick. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It might spark. Yeah, hair dryer might work. Sunfish for fish. What's going on, man? Well, I was making some plastic baits, but today I decided to use gummy worms, and it's not going very well. I got a contest to fish with gummy worms, and I figured I melt them down and put them in my mold, and it didn't go pretty well. I got look at the glove. Hey Andrew, look at this mess. My glove is stuck to my beaker. Well, at least we know now that you should not use gummy worms to make baits. You know what you could do too? You could I could clamp this and put it on top of the stove. I got a gas stove. Oh yeah. I could heat this on the gas stove. I can just leave this out in the car, 90 degrees tomorrow, and melt it. I'm trying to keep squishing it with these clamps to see if I can squish it into the shape of it at least. I'm not sure how much I got in there. So what happened, Andrew, is you can't use the gummy worm melt in the injector. We'll figure it out. I know it was Yankee Crank's idea. He said that'd be cool because you can make shish baits and then someone can eat them if they don't catch fish on them. So that sounds pretty cool. Yeah, I could try the hot water. I'm just kind of curious what it looks like now. So I want to pull it open and look at it because it's cooled down. I don't even know if I can get the mold open. Nope. Yeah. So now we know you cannot use gummy worms. You cannot use gummy worms to make baits. But it came off clean though. That one's clean. Smells weird. Oh man. I'm just gonna chat with you guys while I pluck all this well, see, that's what I did at first, Andrew. I poured it in the mold open. I didn't inject it because the injector got clogged the first time, so I poured it in the mold. And it was just too sticky. I couldn't really get it in there. And then I just used the clamps to clamp it. I'm sure there's something you can mix with it to melt it down. Because they do have candy molds. People have them make candy molds all the time, make stuff. Oh yeah, wacky rig. You know, what? Yankee Crank, he fished with a gummy worm the other day for the contest, and he caught a 3-pound catfish. And yeah, Twizzler works pretty good. One rod, one reel on YouTube. He caught a bass on Twizzler. And these are the snakes right here. I had these, and then what happened was it melted down to this in my Jeep. It got too hot today outside, so I said, you know what, I'm gonna melt them down, try making baits out of them. I thought that was just the greatest idea ever today. And now my beaker looks like it's pretty messed up. At least my mold's clean and the injector's clean. I was gonna have to figure a way to clean the beaker off. I have to scrape it pretty good. Might have to reheat it and then wipe it off. Hey, Jason, welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, Realistic Fishing uses Play-Doh for power bait. Yeah, a buddy of mine caught a bass in a hot dog. We were fishing for sucker fish, and he caught a bass. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna soak this bad boy tonight. I should have bought 2 beakers. I got a big old beaker over here, but I can't melt that much plastic at once. Yep. You're right, Andrew. It's pretty close. I mean, you can mix Play-Doh and some garlic up, you know. Put a little scent in there. Especially when they stock the trout. They're going to eat everything, man. You go to fillet a trout open and they got rocks in their bellies and stuff, so they pretty much eat anything that floats off the bottom. I think the coolest trout lure I've seen, this guy had made a little spoon out of a penny. I think that was pretty awesome. He had like a little a keychain ring on there with a treble hook and a penny, really shiny penny, and he was just catching trout after trout with it. Oh, welcome, Graham, man. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, you can't go wrong with a black worm, man. You cannot go wrong. There's actually, I filmed the video last fall, and it was a highly pressured pond, and no one catches fish there barely, except for like bluegill. And it took me probably like 10 weeks to catch a bass out of there. And I used a small Rage Tail Texas rig, black worm, and I was starting to catch bass finally. But they weren't nothing big, but it took a small black worm to get it done. Oh, that's cool, Andrew. What kind of trout do you guys got in Australia, Andrew? We don't have much trout fishing here in southern Illinois, but there's a couple spots that stock stuff, but I haven't seen any trout here myself, so I gotta go to Missouri and fish the Current River or Black River. They got some trout over there. It's pretty nice. So I get my out-of-state license, but I haven't been over there yet this year. I should have tried this experiment after I made a couple baits. Toothbrushes. I gotta check that out for topwater bait. Yeah, I like Monster Mike. He does some pretty cool do-it-yourself lures. Oh, that's pretty cool, Andrew. I like rainbow trout. Rainbows are pretty good. Fried trout right on the river is pretty good. Nothing like catching them right there and cooking them. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've seen some people use like driftwood. They take driftwood and they carve some baits out of it. A buddy of mine had a driftwood popper, which was really cool, and it was just super lightweight though. He had to drill it and put some lead in it because that driftwood's pretty light. Yeah, that rainbow fight's pretty good. They do go crazy. Yeah, one year on opening day, second Saturday in April here, we have opening day, and they stock the river. And at 6 o'clock in the morning, you can cast out there and catch all these trout that sit there. And this little kid was probably like 8 years old. He casted and hit the side of my boat, and his bait went down on the side of my boat, and he caught a fish right underneath my boat. And he caught the prize fish. They throw 2 big prize fish in the water, and he caught a 10-pound trout. It was huge. Right on the side of my boat. Swamp trout, huh? It sucks I can't fish that pond, Andrew, with all them big carp in there. I was going to do a carp video for you, but it kicked me out, man. I've been saving bread, and I was going to go down there and fish for some carp. I'll have to go to the other pond and do a carp video soon. Alligator gar fight good. I got a video up where I was fighting one of them alligator gars. I lost the first one, and that gar was probably about 4 foot long. And then I had another one, and it broke me off right there on the side of the creek. I like carp. I like fishing for carp. It's pretty fun. Good fight fish. I won't eat them though, but I like to catch them. But yeah, man, that spillway I fished off that lake was just flooded with the alligator gar down there. Yeah, mud marlin is pretty funny. Yes, sturgeon and pike are a lot better than the gar, that's for sure. Matter of fact, I hooked a big old sturgeon last year. We were snagging for spoonbill catfish, and I hooked onto a big old sturgeon. I fought that sturgeon for about 45 minutes, and then it just popped off right there on the side of the shore. I was so pissed. I got my first sturgeon. Oh yeah, I don't doubt it, man. 6 foot. They're pretty big down south. We get them in the Mississippi River here a lot, and they get pretty big in the river. But the biggest I've seen so far were in that creek off that spillway. They're just eating a bunch of fish down there. It's just crazy how those fish have such small, long noses, but their bodies are so big. Yeah, dogfish are pretty crazy looking. Hey Joe, welcome to the stream, man. I would be making baits right now, but kind of messed up trying to make baits out of my with gummy worms, and it got all gunked up, and now my beaker's all nasty, and I'm gonna have to clean my beaker tonight. So we're just gonna do a little chat tonight. Probably just make some baits tomorrow, get it all clean, and we'll start fresh tomorrow. And we gotta make some baits for Grant, get his order out. Oh, and that green one we made, it looks really cool now. This dark green looking one. Looks really good in the light. It definitely looks like a shishka shit now. I'm telling you, it looks good. But my weekend was pretty good, Joe. How was your weekend? We were pretty busy. We went fishing on Sunday, and took the nephews and my son and the whole family. We went to the main lake, and the main lake was pretty packed. So we uh, we went fishing over at this little pond that's in the same park as the lake, and nobody was over there, so it was awesome. We had this huge oak tree and another oak tree next to it, and these two big oak trees shaded off about 30 feet of the bank, so it was beautiful. It was hot outside. It was like 88 degrees, and the shade was awesome, and it was like 25 degrees cooler in the shade. We did catch we caught a bunch of bluegill. We were just fishing for like little panfish with the kids because my son's 2, and well, he's 2.5 now, and my nephew's 5, and my other nephew's 6. So we're doing some pan fishing. We caught some long ears, some bluegill, a couple pumpkin seed. It was a good day. There was a couple big catfish and some bass swimming around. Oh yeah, they're definitely good eating. We only caught probably 2 good eating size ones, so we ended up throwing them back. If we caught like maybe 6 or 8 of them, they were pretty good size, we probably would have kept them. But 2 of them was not enough. It was just strange because like the bite started off pretty good, and it died down. And usually you get into a big school of bluegill, you can just sit there and catch them all day long, but it was just weird. I thought it was probably the turtles swimming around. Well, we had a lot of rain too the last few days, so the fish been acting pretty weird. Usually we get too much rain here and the fishing dies off for at least a week. So the little ponds we usually go to are pretty flooded right now, and it's probably a good 3 or 4 feet more deep in that pond down by my house. So it's got like new areas to fish now. It looks like a brand new pond because it's got so much water in it. I thought that was pretty cool at first, and then nothing was biting. I was like, man, it's just all messed up from all this rain we got. Oh, that's cool, Gray Man. It's good when they're biting good. Yeah, they're not. There's the pond that I got kicked out of the other day is pretty good. It's been pretty good even with all the rain, but it just sucks that I can't fish there no more. I think I might fish there tomorrow, to be honest with you. I think I'm gonna park at my mother-in-law's house and then walk over there and fish the opposite side so the lady doesn't see me park on the street over there. Because there's no sign saying you can't fish there, and the police department said it might be private property, that the cul-de-sac over there in that community owns it, but they're not sure if it's private. So if I don't park over there by their houses, then I'll just be like, didn't know. Because that little pond is pretty awesome. Because the bass aren't that big there. The pond's about 4 or 5 years old, and they stocked it about 2 or 3 years ago. So the bass are about 2 to 3 years old. So the biggest bass in there is probably about 2 pounds, but there's a bunch of 2-pounders in there, and a bunch of like 1-pounders, 1.5-pounders. But they fight pretty good, and they bite anything pretty much in there because no one really fishes it. It looks like a small drainage pond, and it was awesome. I did a lot of my recent videos there, and to go down to the pond and fish it for 10-15 minutes and catch 5 bass is pretty cool. So it's a good little pond. I like to call the owner of that place and ask him if it's going to be private or not, and if so, maybe he should have like a box over there. I pay $2 or $5 to fish it, he can make some money. No one really fishes the damn things on the side of the main road, and it just looks like it's not a fishing pond at all. You gotta love that when everyone's fishing for a different species. That's always good. Yeah, the best pond I ever fished in my life was in Massachusetts, and my aunt my aunt lives on it, and there's 10 houses that share this pond. It's a pretty damn big pond. It's huge. It's 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 technically a pond because it's not fed by water like a river or something. It's just a pond, but it's as big as a lake is. But uh, but by definition, it's a pond. But anyways, this pond is pretty huge, and it's only got about 10 houses on it throughout the area, and only about 3 or 4 houses usually fish it. So great bass fishing there. I'm doing great. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, I mean it. My favorite topwater lure. Uh, I don't fish much topwater, but when I do, I just like to fish a popper. So probably just a regular. I like the old school Rebel wooden poppers. Just a Rebel popper, and I like black and gold popper. I like the silver and blue ones pretty good. Those are my two favorite poppers to use. Jitterbug is also my favorite topwater lure to use. So it's between the Rebel popper and the Jitterbug. If I had to pick one, I'd probably pick the Jitterbug. Yep, Jitterbug is a good lure. Hey, you let them travel far, Andrew. You got the whole lake. You get the whole lake to yourself. Yeah, see, the Rebel Pop R is the newer one. I like the old school Rebel wooden one. I haven't tried the hell is that topwater bait everybody likes so much? Now I just forgot what it's called. Now I gotta think about what it's called. You have to give me a minute here. Whopper Plopper. I haven't fished that one yet. I wanna fish the Whopper Plopper. It looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna buy the Whopper Plopper brand because you can go on Amazon and get the knockoff Whopper Plopper and get like 8 of them for the price of one, and the reviews look pretty good. So I'd definitely fish the cheap one. I did pretty well on the yeah, buzz baits. I was gonna say buzz baits. I used to do pretty good on buzz baits like late in the evening and fish them real fast. You just get a lot of pickerel and bass on them. The pickerel used to just tear them up. Frog fishing is probably definitely my worst favorite fishing to do. I just hate getting all them blow ups and not catching bass. That just aggravates me. I know Jag Fishing just did a video. He made it look real easy. I mean, he was just hooking them bass in that frog. I think he had a trailer on that frog or something. The hook was like way down. I was like, man, that's cool looking. Usually the hooks are like faced up. His was coming like down. So he was hooking them pretty good. And then he caught that snake. He caught that snake on that frog, that white frog. I thought that was pretty hilarious. Never caught a snake before. I don't really remember what the weirdest thing I ever caught was. Yeah, you definitely need a stinger on a frog for sure. It's just so aggravating when you don't have one on there. I'll probably give it a shot. Fish one. I want to catch a topwater bass. That was one of my goals this year. I'm definitely going to put a stinger on there. And if it's a twin hook frog, I'll put 2 of them on there. I did pretty well on, this guy used to make baits. He used to sell frogs. And it was pretty cool. It's kind of like a horny toad a little bit. It sank, and then you can like fish it off the top, and a little feet kick and make a little paddle. Those are pretty cool because you just use a regular weedless hook on there. So the hookup ratio on that one was a little bit better than the hollow bodies. Oh, that's crazy, Andrew. I couldn't even imagine catching the damn snake. That freaked me out. Creature baits? I actually caught one of the biggest bass in my life on a creature bait. And the funny thing was, it was in February in Massachusetts, and it was cold up there. And there was like a little section of the pond that wasn't frozen. We had a weird heat wave, and I was out there just messing around with some lures I got from Christmas. And I think I was probably about 12 years old, and I was out there using my creature bait Bill Dance used, and I put some of this like cream scent on there Roland Martin used, had all my fancy lures out there, and I was using my line conditioner, and I was just like, oh yeah, I'm testing all my stuff out. And a buddy of mine didn't want to go out there, and well, I caught a big ass bass, and I got a picture of it, and I'm gonna have to put it on one of my videos so you guys can see it. It was pretty funny. It was a pretty big bass, and it was in February, and he took the picture with old school Polaroid camera, so that was pretty awesome. So yeah, I've done pretty good on creature baits. I like them. I fish them real slow, bounce them off the bottom. Black and blue is probably my favorite color creature bait, and it was the woolly hogtail. We don't have too much snakes out here, which is pretty cool. I mean, we got garden snakes, we got corn snakes, we got black snakes, we got timber rattlers, pygmy rattlers, and then there's smaller rattler snakes, but I really don't see too much of them. Oh, that's cool. I hope you got some trout, man. That'd be pretty cool. We got copperheads. We got a good selection of snakes, but I usually don't see them, so that's good. You see some water moccasins out in the lake sometimes. They got a thing called Dog Days of August around here, and you go down to like the main lakes. The blacktop gets so hot, the snakes come out and they lay on it. And you can't even cross the damn road. They got signs that have snake crossings, and I thought it was a joke until I went out there in August and it was just so hot. And all these snakes are lining up on the road, and there's people like beeping and stuff. They just drive over them. Oh yeah, I'm cutting the line too for sure. Oh wow, that's crazy. Fish spit a snake out at you. Man, that's nuts. Yeah, I don't like snakes. I don't like messing around with snakes. Uh, I think the funniest snake story I got, there was this black big snake, and I don't know what kind of snake it was, but it wasn't a moccasin. I think it was just like a kind of like a corn snake or some kind of black snake. But anyways, it was a pretty good sized snake. This thing was about 6 foot long, and it's probably as wide as a summer sausage. And I was out there in the yard, and I just got done doing the grass, and I was about to weed eat out there, and a weed eater wouldn't start, and then all of a sudden I heard my dog yelp real loud. I'm like, what the hell? Seeing this big old snake, and it bit my dog in its leg. I was like, oh shit. So I tried starting this weed eater, and it just wouldn't start. So I was going to go over there and cut its head off, and it wouldn't start. So I went into the shed, and I got a 2-iron out, good old golf club, and I was smacking the shit out of this snake. Well, the snake wouldn't die, so it started taking off. This thing hurt my dog, and that was like my precious little dog. And you know, I was like 16 years old, and that dog meant the world to me. And if that dog was gonna die, that snake was gonna die. So I kept smacking it with the golf club, and it wouldn't die. So it was going pretty quick. So I grabbed some lighter fluid from the charcoal grill, and I sprayed lighter fluid all over that snake, and I lit that snake on fire. And that snake went straight across my yard and caught my whole yard on fire. Every time that snake would go like this, it was just making new fires all damn the whole yard. It was real dry. It was in the middle of summertime. And so we had to chase the snake down with the garden hose. Finally got the snake up with the garden hose. And we finished that snake, let me tell you. I got one good smack with that 2-iron. I cut it right in half. Finally got him. But yeah, I got in some good trouble with that snake. My uncle was pissed off that I caught the whole front yard on fire pretty much. But you know what? The grass grew back really nice after it all burnt all that dry stuff out of there. So, told him he should thank me. I mean, it looked like shit for about a month and a half, but when that grass grew back, it looked beautiful. Got all that dead stuff out of there. It's like a controlled burn. Man. Yeah, I don't like snakes at all. The clack. That's crazy. But yeah, I just don't like snakes. I probably am more comfortable around alligators than I am snakes. I mean, we don't have alligators here, but I fished down south a few times. And fished with my sister. They didn't really bother me. She lives in Florida. She catches gators once in a while bass fishing. It was funny because when we went fishing down there, she had this big old crappie on, and she foul hooked this crappie, and it was bleeding pretty good, I guess. And she was reeling this thing in. Oh, it's gonna be my PB crappie, and this gator came up, took off with it, snapped her line. She fought that gator for a little bit, snapped her line. No PB crappie for you. Yeah, I feel like some areas should they should be giving out some anti-venom for people that live too close to all them dangerous snakes out there. Be nice to have anti-venom, especially living in areas where there's just too many damn snakes. I could imagine living with like all them deadly snakes and not having something out there. Yeah, I'm definitely all set with snakes falling out of trees on me. It's happened a few times. Get underneath some trees for shade, catfishing, and moccasin drop down on you. Yeah, I read that the croc jumped out of the tree, and I was like, maybe he meant the snake. But if them crocs are jumping out of trees, man, I'm all set with that too. Imagine a 1,000-pound alligator just coming out of a tree, landing on your boat. It's gonna tip that boat over. I wouldn't doubt it, man. They got some sharp claws. I can see them climbing up in some trees. I was surprised that bears climb up trees. Oh, man. I gotta get me a drink. About to try this new drink out. Yeah, I don't think I like this drink. Ugh. It's been sitting in the cooler for a couple days, but it's still cold, but it still kind of tastes... It might be skunked, I'm not sure. I don't think I like it. My wife made me go get her some of these Natural Light Strawberry Lemonade. So it's a strawberry lemonade beer. So it's a natty light still. And you can still taste the natty light in it, but then you kind of taste like strawberry. I don't like it. That's pretty gross. She can keep the rest of those things. Oh, they're great. You should try one. Nope. Not again. Ooh. Kind of tastes like strawberry lemonade and a hint of warm beer in there, and it's cold. That's the new beer that's been a craze around here. Everybody's been buying it, but I think it tastes like shit. That was the last 30 pack at Walmart. Well, now I know why it's $14 for a 30 pack of beer, because it tastes like shit. Maybe over some ice, really cold, might be alright, but still tastes like a natty with some strawberry in there. Man. Well, I'm sorry I didn't get to make much baits tonight. That gummy worm, I should have saved it, man. I should have made a few baits and then made the gummy worm. I should have waited. Should have made like 5 baits. Now I'm gonna be a day behind. I'll text Grant in the morning. But hey, Grant, you're gonna want to watch my last live, and I'm sorry, but your baits aren't gonna be ready by Friday, probably, maybe Saturday. Man, $40. Beer's expensive out there. That's nuts. Well, it depends, because some of our beers are pretty expensive too. You get the right, like, you get the micro brewery beers, you'll spend like $10 or $14. Yep, microbrews. You spend like $12 to $14 a 6-pack sometimes. It just depends on what it is. I like going to like sorry, I like going to like Total Wine, make my own 6-pack. That's pretty cool. I like to get beer from all around the world. That place got like 300-400 different types of beers you can get. Probably more by now. I haven't been there in a while. That place is pretty cool. I don't know if we have one around here, but we had one in Virginia. That was pretty cool to go up there and make your own 6-pack. And they had a lot of beer I used to drink over in Europe, so I like the beer in Europe. It's pretty good. Strong, tastes good. Doesn't have that weird taste to it if it's strong beer. Some strong beers have a nasty taste to it. I don't like it. 6-pack, $12. Yeah, sometimes it's about the same here. It depends on what it is. Oh, Foster's. He brought Foster's up. I asked Andrew about Foster's a couple times. It's definitely not the most popular beer like they make it sound over here, that's for sure. I almost bought a Foster's the other day. I like cooking with Foster's. I like to put a little Foster's in the pan, steam hot dogs with it, some onions. It's pretty good. I did corned beef and cabbage with Foster's one time. So, what is the best beer, in your opinion, in Australia? And then I'll see if we can buy it here. There's stores that sell beer all around the world, so I might be able to find it and try it. One of my favorite beers of all time is Kilkenny, and it's made by Guinness. Cooper's Pale Ale. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, Hefeweizen is pretty good. Yeah, Kilkenny is probably one of my favorite beers of all time. I love it on tap. I used to take half Kilkenny and half Guinness, make a black and tan out of it. It's pretty good. Oh yeah. See, how I like to get my water from my whiskey is I put it over some ice and let it melt. And that's how I get my water and whiskey. I like whiskey. I think probably the only thing I like to drink close to that is probably Jack Daniels. Yeah, I'm not a big drinker either. I drink once in a while at like barbecues. I'll drink a few beers at a barbecue. Once in a blue moon, we'll do like we'll have a dinner or something on the weekend. Might have a beer or two. Go out to the restaurant. Might have a beer. I got a. Oh yeah, Jack Daniels and Coke. I had Jim Beam and Coke. It was all right. There was like a. I can't remember the name of it, but at our Christmas party at work, they had a whiskey, and I had it with Coke, and it was delicious. It was expensive, really expensive whiskey, and the guy just looked at me funny when I ordered it. He's like, "Oh, this one is you want to drink this straight?" It's nah, just give me a can of Coke and some ice. It was really good. I didn't care if it was expensive whiskey or not, but it was delicious. It had like a wood barrel taste to it. I'm gonna have to ask my buddy at work what it was, but it was fancy. It was expensive. It was pretty good. But I mainly drink mainly drink Blue Moon if I'm out in a restaurant. I like Blue Moon. It's probably one of my favorite beers to drink. And if I'm at the house and barbecue, I'll probably just drink Miller Lite. I like a Miller Lite in aluminum cans, big ones. Those are pretty good. I'm not a big can drinker, but the aluminum Miller Lite's pretty good. Prefer a glass bottle, but it's not too bad. Yeah, I hate cans usually too, but the tall aluminums by Miller Lite are pretty good. They're not that bad. They don't last as long as glass bottles do. Well, the Miller Lite aluminum cans have a special coating on the inside so you don't get that taste. I hear you on that one. I'm not allowed to do that stuff because of work, and the sucky part is if it goes federally legal and they make it legal throughout the whole United States, they're trying to say we still can't do it there, which makes no sense at all. And I told my boss, well, you need to talk to the big boss because if they make it federally legal, then there's nothing they can do about it. Well, it's a privately owned company. Well, then they need to put alcohol illegal too. Then you need to, if you want to be fair. Well, you guys can't be getting high and coming to work. You can't get drunk and go to work either. So it's the same damn thing. So you guys gotta make it fair. If we can't smoke marijuana if it becomes legal, then people shouldn't be able to drink at home either. That's just my opinion. It's gonna piss off a lot of people, but I mean, it's only fair. Oh man, that sucks, Andrew. Dumping it down the drain. Yeah, one time I used to brew my own beer. I had a few videos of me brewing beer on my YouTube channel when I first started YouTube, but I wasn't trying to like make videos and put them out there. I had YouTube to save them as a cloud. So I had a few videos of me brewing my own beer, which I do brew my own beer, and it's pretty fun. I haven't done it in a while. I will put up some beer videos soon once I buy the kit and make it, but I gotta go through all my stuff in the garage and get my kit out. But anyways, I like brewing my own beer. It tastes pretty good. I made Oktoberfest, was really good. I made a couple light lagers, they were alright. Let's see. I made a weird raspberry beer. It was real nasty. Oh, that's cool. The breathalyzer for it. Yeah, when I was in the Navy, they had something where they could wipe across your tongue, and they could tell if you smoked marijuana. But I never seen it. They were saying about it. Who knows? Oh wow, it's pouring out right now. We got a thunderstorm rolling in. That weather changed quick. Yeah, I just think it's stupid that you can drink alcohol, get totally trashed, but you can't get high and watch some cartoons and eat some cereal. I don't see the difference of. I think alcohol's a lot worse for you. Yeah, it's pretty shitty. And some people bash it. It's like, well, you just let that guy leave your house, and he was drinking all damn day. Oh, he's fine. He drinks all the time and drives. Well, he kill a family. You know. I'm not saying get high and driving's good either, but someone gets high and they sit there and eat a lot of food and joke around and laugh, they're not getting trashed and get little man syndrome and wanting to fight everybody. Most people get real drunk and some people get mean. You don't see someone getting high and getting mean. They just laugh at you and make some jokes. I hear you, man. Anything on your own time should be your own business. Man, you're definitely right on that one. It's ridiculous. And then that's how they treat alcohol. It's your own time, you know. It's exactly how they treat alcohol. They don't care what you do in your own time. That's how I feel. It's not bothering my work if I do it in my own time. And there's some people that hate it, like our big boss. He'll get drunk at 7 o'clock in the morning on his weekend. He said the other day, he said, I'm going to go home, I'm going to cook some bacon on Saturday morning, and I'm going to start drinking some beer. But you know what? He bashes marijuana. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So it's all right to go home and drink beer all day long, wake up, drink more beer, get all fucked up, and it just makes no sense. 7 o'clock in the morning you're drinking? That's nuts. It's freaked me out. Something felt like something crawled down my leg real quick. I think a piece of plastic or something fell off the table and rolled down my leg. Freaked me out. Whew. Yeah, it's just weird because like sometimes the guy's pro and then sometimes he's against it. It's like, yeah, feeds your brain. Yeah, I used to like it when I my old job they didn't test at all. So go a long day working, go home, relax, take a couple rips, watch some Netflix, eat second dinner, and then take a bunch of drinks off some Kool-Aid and go to sleep. I had breakfast cones. Yep. That's how when I got out of the military. That's how it was. I rolled me a big old fat cone and start my day off. Drink some coffee. Sit out there on the carport. Blow one down with my uncle. Drink some coffee. Chit chat what we're gonna do for the day, and then we'd forget what we're gonna do for the day after, and then we have to think about it later again. Yeah. See, even when with a medical card, they don't let you do it at my work, which is kind of stupid. Yeah, big bowl of Wheaties. Man, that's funny. Yep. I miss it because, my back hurts a lot sometimes. It doesn't hurt at work because I'm working all day, but after you're done working and you're trying to relax, that's when it hurts. And it'd be nice to be able to take a couple rips and then drink a whole bunch of Kool-Aid and watch some TV and then fall asleep and actually get a good night's sleep. Yeah, it definitely doesn't require any milk, huh? Ah, yeah, man, that's right. I heard you can't have a concealed carry if you have a card. I'd be careful doing that. I'd look into that. I know in the state of Illinois, they told my brother-in-law he had to turn his in for that. He had to turn his in. He couldn't have concealed carry no more when he had his medical card. Yep. Yeah, it's definitely a stupid deal right there. But you know what the most messed up part is? That guy who's concealing carrying, he's out there at the bar getting wasted and drunk. And guess what? You're not supposed to carry when you're drinking alcohol. They don't care. Yeah. That's messed up. Yeah. It's all big pharma. I think that's the only reason why it's not legal. It just does too much good things for us, and they don't want to legalize it because it benefits too many people, and then people won't be doing no prescriptions anymore. Just think of all the prescriptions that won't be out no more if it got legal. Wouldn't need to take ibuprofen no more. That'd be gone. Except for if I get a headache. No back pain. Won't take any Tylenol, night Tylenol for sleeping. That'd be gone. Can't eat. Oh, don't worry about that. You know, a lot of medicine would be gone. You wouldn't need arthritis medicine. Don't need to take that no more. Yep. It's crazy how much good it can do in this country. See, the Canadians, they're smart. They made it legal. Yeah, I thought for sure it. See, when we voted for a new governor in Illinois, he said he's gonna make it legal in Illinois, and that was the first thing he was gonna do. And he started writing all these laws for it, but now we don't hear shit from it. So it was supposed to be already active by now. So I doubt it's gonna happen. It's probably next year. I don't know what's taking him so long. Probably said one thing and now he's doing another. That's what I think. Someone must have paid him off. My bet is that every state's going to go legal before the whole United States goes legal. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be, okay, guys, you have all these states are now legal. We got to make it legal? And like, hell no. That's what's going to happen. Well, Congress has a new bill for it to be legal, but I haven't heard nothing on it. I have to Google search it later to see what they're doing with it. Hopefully they make it legal. That'd be pretty cool. I know if you get caught with it here, it's like $100 fine. It ain't nothing big serious thing here in Illinois. It's like a slap on the wrist. They decriminalized it. Yeah, it took a while, but I cleaned all my gloves off. I've been picking at it, and I think I got it all off. Oh, got one little area left. Yep. The government is for the people, they say. It's more like for themselves. And the people elect you. Yeah, we'll definitely make some baits tomorrow for sure. I'm gonna soak this bad boy tonight. I think what I'm gonna do is boil some hot water and then stick it in the hot water and let it soak. It feels kind of crazy. It's pretty sticky. Looks like, well, I won't be doing the the worm challenge tomorrow. Yeah, I can use any gummy worm I want, so I'm just gonna have to go to the store tomorrow and buy a new one. The challenge is any gummy worm I want, and as long as it's a worm, snakes count too, because they're technically a worm in the package. I mean, just because it says snake doesn't really matter. And that's what they were saying, so snakes and worms are fine. You can't use gummy fish or nothing, it has to be a gummy worm. But it's stupid that some say snake, and I told them, hey, snakes the same size as the damn worm. So, you can use snakes and worms. They can be any kind of flavor or anything. You can even put flavor on it if you want. So, I can put my scent on them if I want. I know Yankee Crank put garlic on his. The video is supposed to be for Patreon only, but I'm gonna make the video and post it online anyways. I don't have any Patreon, so oh well. Because every time we do one of these contests, yeah, he caught a catfish. Put garlic all over that thing. Every time we do one of these contests, only a couple people in the group do the contest, and I don't get to put the video out. So I'm gonna put the video out regardless. Just tell the group that, hey, I'm putting the video out because I make videos to share with people. So that's how it's going down. Probably gonna park over there by my mother-in-law's house, walk over to that pond with eat everything, and I'm just gonna throw a gummy worm in there and get on the board because no one's caught a bass yet on the gummy worm. So I'll get on the board. I'm not sure how long the contest goes to. Yeah, see, the ones I bought, Andrew, they were pretty small, the snake ones. Yeah, I haven't done good luck on garlic either. The only time I do good luck on garlic is when I'm catfishing. So, I don't think I've caught bass on garlic scent before. I'm not sure. I mean, I probably have, but I don't know if I have or not. I'm pretty sure I have used a power bait garlic something and caught a bass. But I never made it myself and then put it on there. I'm glad I set that fan up because it was hot in here. It was like 95 degrees when I got to my garage. I got all the air conditioning unit vents shut off so it doesn't cool the garage or the sunroom because I don't want to waste blowing air in there. It's not insulated, so I shut all the vents off. But I got an industrial fan over there. It's on low, and it's like a good 10-15 feet away, and I still feel it's nice. Best $80 I ever spent. You know what? That reminds me. I did catch garlic. It was that neon yellowish green looking dye with the garlic in it. Bass Pro Shop sells it. You dip your worms in it and it dyes your baits. Now, if you use the dip and glow on tubes and you fish them at nighttime, smallmouth bass eat the shit out of those tubes off the bottom. About 9 o'clock at night and that sun starts dropping pretty good and gets real dark. Oh yeah. I don't know if you got smallmouth bass down there, but smallmouth bass, they tear them up. That dip and glow stuff, that's what I'm talking about. It works good for smallies. You might catch a couple walleye too. We got the walleye and the smallmouth. They pretty much eat the same thing, and they work pretty good. Yep. Got to hook them right in the mouth. That's funny with Jag Fishing's new video. He was doing the puns. He was saying hook 'em in the bass. He was talking like hook 'em in the mouth, kayak fishing. It was hilarious. Poor Darren in that pun video. I felt bad for him. I said, Darren, he's a good sport. Hey Darren. Hey Darren. That's pretty cool how he's traveling all over. I'm not sure where he's going next. Yeah. Yeah, true. Hook them in the mouth. Unless you hook them in the eye. Foul hook them in the side. Tons of spots to hook them. Make sure this baby's nice and clean. It's only a couple spots where it got stuck in there. There we go. That came off. Yeah, he did freak out. It freaked out too, the damn snake. Try to make sure I get all this this gummy out of this mold, so when I do Grant's lures tomorrow, he don't get a little bit of gummy bait in his bait. Cause then I gotta send the nutritious facts to him that his bait got a few calories in there. It's got a little sugar in his bait. Yeah, some states say if you foul hook certain fish, you can't keep them. I know in the state of Illinois, if you foul hook a catfish, you're not allowed to keep it. And you're not allowed to snag catfish either. Well, that's pretty cool. I didn't know anything about the tournament rules. I really haven't fished any tournaments. I did pre-fishing with a buddy of mine a few times. I used to go pre-fishing with him, but I never fished the tournament. It was just too expensive. Yep, that's true, Andrew. That's why most people fillet the fish right there at the lake or river. Hey, how'd you catch that fish? By the mouth. I was saying what kind of bait you were using. Then they act all suspicious. I never had a game warden asking that question. They usually say what they're biting on. Can I see your license? It's pretty much all they ever ask me. Hey, catch anything? Yeah, what are they biting on? Oh, that's cool. You mind if I see your license? Yep, definitely salmon in Alaska, that's for sure. Now, Alaska, they take it serious in Alaska. They'll be out there looking at you, taking pictures. Alright. That mold is clean and ready. Ready for action for tomorrow. Oh yeah, 2 sets of trebles. That's gonna be hurting the side of that fish, that's for sure. What's going on, fishing freak? You're up pretty late, man. I'm just about to end my stream, but thank you for stopping by. I'm gonna keep going for about 2 more minutes, and then I'm gonna be off to bed. Because my son's gonna wake me up in about 5 hours. Yeah, but you missed it, man. I was making some baits. Well, I wasn't making baits. I was trying to make baits, and I took gummy worms, and it made a nasty mess. I mean, it was stretchy. It went all over my gloves. Yeah, there's a lot of places we go that have to be barbless. But I was gonna say, if you go back and watch my live stream, you gotta watch the gummy worm that I tried to do. It was a big mess. It took a little bit to clean off the gloves. I'm gonna have to boil this to get it off. The molds came out pretty good. Oh, that's cool, man. Can't wait to check that out. Sounds pretty cool. Well, if you ever can't sleep around 12:30 Central, it'll be 1:30 Eastern time. That's when I usually start my live streams. I start them pretty late, so it'd be yeah, it'd be 1:30 your time, 'cause you're in Georgia. So it's usually when I start my live streams. If I can't sleep, I'll definitely be on. I don't go on every day, but I'm usually on pretty every day through Monday through Friday sometimes. Sometimes I take a break, depends on how I feel after work. But 3:02. Okay, so it's 2:02 here. So tomorrow I'm gonna be online tomorrow, 1:30 your time, because I'm gonna make Grant some baits. I'm gonna send them out to Grant, and I got quite a few baits to make for him. We only made 3 baits for him last time, so I gotta finish up. I need to make him about 12 more baits and send them out to him Saturday. Hopefully I can get them done by then. Usually on a live stream I only make about 5 or 6 baits to get talking, and the baits take a while to make anyway, so But alright guys, I'm going to get off here. I appreciate you for watching, and if you have not seen the nasty gummy bear mess, you can rewatch the video because it's pretty nasty and it's pretty funny. But learning from this, now I know, don't ever do it. Hey, what's going on, Dave? Welcome to the stream. I was just about to get off, man. Just about to get off. I know you're about to start your day and get ready for work and go to work, but I'm about to go to bed. My son's going to wake me up in about 5 hours. You're definitely going to want to watch the review of this replay on this live stream. I tried using the gummy worms to inject into the bait mold, and it did not come out pretty good. So you're going to want to watch that. It was pretty rough. Yeah, you're definitely going to watch it. I would make you some for a review, but a lot of people keep asking me about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull names out of a hat, and I will announce that soon. And what I'll do is I'll pull a name out of the hat. Yeah, Andrew, I'll shoot you an email. I think I still have your email when I emailed you before. I'll have to check which email I emailed you. I'm not sure if it was my personal email or my business email. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have your email. I think I used my other email, because my email I use for my Gmail goes to YouTube, and I get too many damn emails from notifications in there. It drives me nuts. So sometimes I use my other email, my school email. To answer your question, how much the baits cost, it's $6 in shipping, so you want to buy in bulk. I do 5 swim baits for $6, and somebody yesterday was telling me it was too expensive because of shipping. Well, I can't send it for free, because if I send it for free, then I'm paying $6 to ship it to you, and you're paying $6 for the bait, so I'm not making any money at all. So I kind of laughed at the guy a little bit. He's like, yeah, I'll buy some baits, but shipping's too expensive. And then he said, can we do $3? I'm like, no, I can't do $3 because I'm going to be losing money. Yeah, they're 4.8 inch Kitech, and they're highly I forgot the wording, I'm getting tired. They're very durable, and they work pretty good. If you go to Low Budget Bassin, he should be in the chat still. He just caught the first bass ever on a shish bait. So you guys make sure, if he's still here in the chat, check out his channel, Low Budget Bassin, and he caught a pretty nice bass off my baits. There he is. Yeah, they're very durable baits. I use a very high quality plastic. It's not cheap plastic to buy. It's medium sink and soft plastic. So they cast pretty far. $25 for Australia. Hey, you know what? That sounds kind of expensive, Andrew, but that's a pretty far plane ride, so $25 ain't too bad. 25 bucks ain't bad. It's got to go pretty far to get over there, so it kind of sucks you got to pay $25 for shipping all the way to Australia, but you got to buy in bulk, I guess. When I get more colors, $23.80, that's not too bad. It'd probably be about the same for me, probably. Probably be about the same price to ship it to you. But you know, it's kind of cool though, because if you spend $25, at least you got a bait no one's got over there. All right, man. You have a great day. Yeah, I don't mind paying shipping and handling on something. You get a good quality bait, and then you got a bait no one else got. All right, man. I'll talk to you later. And what I'm doing too is I've been throwing some freebies in there, so I'll throw in some free maybe different colors you might not want, might not want to order, or you might not have thought of that ordering that color. You might try a new color you might like. So I might give you a random color, and I might give you a swim bait, extra swim bait. I might give you a couple flukes. Oh wow, $40, huh? Damn. That's crazy. Well, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna clean up and I'm gonna hit the sack. Gotta get my son out of my side of the bed and put him in his own bed. He's snoring on my pillow right now, so I will catch you guys later. Yeah, I hear that. It definitely kills the good deals. Alright, man, I'll talk to you guys later. I will catch you guys later. You too, man. I'll probably see you around tomorrow somewhere on some stream.